This is a Jewish museum that received a threat this morning via email. The police are going through it, and they haven't completely finished doing the sweep. I had the opportunity to view the building to get a sense of the services they offered. This is one of the cruelest ironies yet in this rash of anti-Semitism that we've been experiencing. This is a museum that is a monument to tolerance. This is a museum that was built in the memory of Ari Halberstam, who was killed in 1994 as a terrorist attack. And Devorah, God bless her, took that pain and put it into a positive place by building a museum of tolerance, saying we all have to live together, we all have to understand each other, and we all have to accept one another. It was such a beautiful act because to lose a child is one of the most painful things you can go through. And rather than get angry, get bitter, you actually turn that into a positive by building a museum to tolerance. And then that museum to tolerance gets targeted with a bomb threat. This is a situation that is repugnant to the concept of the state of New York. We are New Yorkers, which means by definition, we appreciate and we applaud diversity. And we understand that we are all different. And we have different religions and different races and different cultures. But being a New Yorker means we accept everyone in the spirit of community, and in the spirit of acceptance, and in the spirit of tolerance. And these threats, these activities are repugnant to that very concept. Not only should the people who are behind these threats be ashamed, it's immoral, it's unethical, it's also illegal. And we are going to find the people who are doing these threats. I put together a special unit of the New York State Police. We're offering a reward for information leading to the arrest. We're going to provide funding for security and cameras for cultural centers, schools that might be subject to attack. So we are taking very dramatic action. But I want to warn the people who are behind these, when we find you, and we will find you, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, that I can promise you. In the meantime, I call on all New Yorkers to double our efforts at unity and tolerance, understand the pain that our brothers and sisters of the Jewish faith are going through now. Over 100 incidents of anti-Semitism. It's unacceptable. I went to Israel this past weekend to say to the people in Israel, this is unacceptable, and we want them to know that no New Yorker would have anything to do with this if they had any understanding of what New York was all about in the first place. With that, let me turn it over to Devorah, who we should have a fraction of her strength and her courage and her positivism. Because, as I mentioned before, she lost her son to a senseless terrorist attack. Her response is to build a museum of tolerance for all children. Devorah?
Hi. Thank you, Governor. You said it all. I think there's nothing left for me to say other than, yes, it is repugnant. It's a horrible thing that happened to us today. But we remain strong. We will be open for business as soon as they do a clean sweep of the museum. We want all the children to not only come, to continue coming every day. We've had over 2 million visitors. I am so proud that this museum carries my son's name. It was only last week that it was the anniversary of his death. And that this happened this very same week. The suffering, very, very deep suffering for me as a parent, to know that there are people out there that are so full of hatred and they can't let it go. So I'm reaching out to everybody all over the city, along with our governor. Thank you for coming today, Governor. He's right here. The minute we called him, he showed up. I want to reach out to everybody, as the governor said, and to say thank you all for embracing us. We all will stand together and do stand together against these messages of evil and hate.
What advice would you have for parents whose children are in schools, churches, museums now evacuated back in? That has to disrupt their sense of
Well,
peace in life.
it certainly does, but everybody has to listen. The Jewish people have lived through this through centuries, unfortunately. So it's just we're living in modern times where people hide behind emails and technology. However, we need to remain strong and know that we need to stick together. But we need to reach out people, like the governor said, from other faiths. Because it's not only about the Jewish people. People who hate everybody, not only the Jews.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You're such a dear friend. Oh,